Well, hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Ascension Playground. This is your friend Ursie. Okay, so in advance of working with the 2025 Lunar New Year, a question has come up from someone who's already in either the Galactic Astrology 101 course or the Practitioner's course. How to use the more advanced features of this calculator that Julia Balaz has created. So I'm going to give you a little how-to, but first I'm going to say if you're interested in joining and learning more about your galactic heritage, and you're interested in either, again, one of Julia's courses, please consider using down below my affiliate link. To support everybody in QSG, Julia has offered a particular percentage that goes back to her practitioners. So part of what funds this YouTube channel is the proceeds I receive from anyone who signs up. So only if you're ready and you feel like this is time, it would be so appreciated to use that link. Okay, let me give you a taste test, though, if you do decide to go into this galactic awareness and seeing more of what the calculator can give you. All right, so what we're seeing here, there we go. I'm going to use my arrow. The free report aspect, which I believe I shared with you in an earlier YouTube recording on the Ascension Playground, is this free report aspect. It's very limited, but it does give you a taste test on what your natal chart could offer you or your loved ones if you enter the information. All right. So what I did was I created a chart for an event. So whether it's a person, oh boy, an animal, or an event. And so January 29th of 2025 will be the Lunar New Year for the wood snake. And so I went ahead and I put Philadelphia, Pennsylvania as the location of birth because of the United States and where our country was born. I went ahead and added, looks like it put in 6:01 a.m. I wanted to see in the morning what was going to be happening on the auspicious day of the Lunar New Year. I mean, 2025 feels already so auspicious with so much happening around the world. So what you're seeing in the calculator is here is the astrological chart for that moment in time. It would be Capricorn rising based on 6 a.m. Okay, again, Philadelphia. And the part of fortune is rising with the ascendant in Capricorn. So Capricorn, leadership, governance. And you can see this parade of a stellium of energy in the first house. So we've got Pluto, Mercury, the moon in Aquarius, and the sun. All right. So with it being a lunar new year, we know that eventually during the day, the sun and the moon will form a new moon aspect. So this is a time to plant your intentions for the whole new year. I'm having Asian heritage myself. I know that Gung Hai Fat Choi, happy Chinese New Year. This idea of cleaning your house, getting yourself ready, out with the old, in with the new energy. But you can't bring in new if the old is blocking the way. So what is showing up on the astrology chart? Again, another stellium of energy, Saturn, Venus, Neptune, and the North Node. Okay, so you can see this is regular astrology. But when we want to move more towards, let me get my thing here. This chart wheel says hide stars. And so what you do is you click on the caret pointing down, and you can see the first idea is to show all the conjunctions or the aligned stars for this particular date. So when I click on it, now I'm seeing this gorgeous astrology of the event, but now the stars of the heavens have been added without having you to do the mathematical what's happening in the heavens. So I have to say, no matter where you are, this is again the United States chart for that moment in time for the Lunar New Year. So let's imagine it's a baby. And so Vega in Lyra is going to be at the ascendant, working that beautiful Lyran energy. Vega's message is go within, really tune in. Great time to sit down and go within. And so this is why I felt compelled to come forward and create this Who are the 12 stars working with you in this new lunar year? So 13 moons for 2025. Here's the first new moon. We also have Sheliak and the Ring Nebula. So very strong Lyran energy working with the part of fortune and connecting its energy in a broad orb. Let's see, to this first house. Okay. So that was a question. What are the conjunctions for this auspicious date? Altair, the star that works with the eagle constellation of Aquila, Achernar, Markab, Shiat. Wow, so close with the North Node. Isn't that auspicious? So it's this nodal axis of the beautiful star of Pegasus, Shiat, holding the zero Aries point as we go forward in time. So the other question was, well, how do I see the chart that shows me more of my stars, whether it's an event or for you personally? Well, you go back to this caret in the drop-down menu, you show all 64 stars. Now, for those of you who are new to astrology and new to galactic astrology, this may feel overwhelming. As you enter into the classes, you start just allowing yourself to choose one or two stars to contemplate, especially if it's working with your own natal chart. So here is how you get all of the stars working with soul connections on that particular date. And when I scroll down from that wheel, you're going to see the full layout of information. You're able in the calculator to print out a PDF or an Excel document. The COL drop-down menu is you can take off certain columns. So what we're seeing is here are the planets. Let me scroll a little more. Here are the planets. Here is the zodiacal degrees for that date and time. Here's the soul connection, the first one, the second one, the third one. They are placed not in the order of importance, but they're just placed as the calculator would just say, here's a connection to consider. So one is not more important than the other, let's say. However, when it is a conjunction or an opposition, opposite or conjunct, it does carry stronger energetic frequencies to that zodiacal planet or calculations such as the nodal points. So I know this is a new language for many of you. If you're able to screen grab or click on this image, you can then hold that space for that Lunar New Year. So how do I grab this? Well, actually, I just want the conjunction. So I'm going to go back and just receive this because this is showing me the strongest aspects. So these stars and super cosmic points like the super galactic center are going to work with us on January 29th, 2025. All right, so I'm going to what we call right click and save this image as or copy it. And then I can bring it into my Canva program. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that image. I'll save it for later in Canva. Let me stop sharing. Again, I know that this is an explosion of information. And so little bits, how do you put it in context? As we know, when we do the event date, depending on where you are in the world, that ascendant for the Lunar New Year will change. So, as astrologer Pam Gregory often shares, don't really look at the ascendant, the descendant, or even the houses. Look at what is forming within the stars and heavens to those astrological points. So be more point centered instead of what house, where is it landing? Because it'll change depending on where you are in the world. I hope this little short video was helpful for you if you're in the Galactic 101 or Quantum Practitioners course. It is a flurry of information. So just take one star at a time would be my advice. Sit with it, meditate, and perhaps invite it in to help reveal what its message for you is. All right, have fun. This is a very incredible year to witness and be part of. May peace and light and truth guide you. Take care, everybody, and see you next time on the Ascension Playground. Bye for now.